possible major giant group on your hands. How do you feel as a parent now?
Well, I'm very proud not only of my daughter, but all of the girls. They work extremely hard. It's a commitment to do this, and they're committed.
Are you dreaming a little bit?
Well, actually, Don, the girls have performed.
It's a commitment to do this, and they're committed. Well, are you dreaming a little bit? Well, actually, Don, the girls have performed music. 'Cause your sperm produced one of the greatest talents the world has ever seen. Absolutely. Miss Beyonce knows. Well, you know, I don't know how to take that, but we'll say yes. Yes. Be doing so much and running, and it just really adorned on me. It's the man that. My mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who would have been older then. I don't know who know how he feeling. Like I would hope he would think about it, and this would be in his mind, but you know, I wouldn't actually know what another person is feeling at this time. You just can think that this person knows and thinking about it or stuff like that. I really want to know. My mom did tell me she went in there and fought a fraternity test. The other freedom I see in the album is just a freedom for couples who have gone through something. Yeah. You know, it's amazing. You know, it's almost a cliché. You know, the celebrity couple, you know, they get together. They break up, you know, like who else are they going to go out with? But for some reason, you took an unprecedented stand to fight for this marriage. Matthew Knowles is officially done keeping quiet. And this time, he's not smoothing things over behind the scenes or sweeping drama under the rug. Nope. Mr. Destiny's Child himself is allegedly gearing up to go head-to-head with Jay-Z. Why? Because of a paternity test that just won't go away. And a daughter, Beyoncé, who keeps getting dragged into the headlines she didn't ask for. Stick around till the end because the tea just keeps getting hotter. Insiders close to the Knowles family say Matthew has had enough of the Carter chaos staining Beyoncé's spotless brand. Apparently, he's been urging her to consider stepping away for her image, her kids, and her own peace of mind. And trust me, this isn't just some concerned dad venting. This is someone who's been there since day one and who's reportedly hit his limit. Each and every time that they perform, there's a standing ovation from the audience. So, the audience has judged him, and they've judged him well. Did you feel it when did you feel it when it happened? Like this one going to be special? Yeah, it was special, man. Word. It's kind of like your hat. Special. Word. Kind of like you special. Okay. Now let's start from the beginning. Now. Is this boy always this special? Special. He's the special one. We always got one. He's the one, right? He is the one. I had to look him in his eyes and see. Was he crazy? But he's all right. You have to acknowledge the pain. You have to let that person have their say. You have to get on the floor, get on the mattress, and you have to really work through it and really be honest. And no matter how many times, it takes a while. It's hard. It's very difficult. It's difficult to hear, difficult to say. It's difficult to, to listen to that sort of pain. And you just have to be strong enough. You have to be strong enough to go through that. I have 2 daughters. Charlemagne has 2 daughters. Now, the first time Beyoncé brought home Jay-Z. What was your mindset? 'Cause it's not the Jay-Z that we know of now. That this at this time this was big pimping Jay-Z. This was ain't no Jay-Z. This was player Jay-Z. It wasn't ain't no Jay-Z. That was 96. Long time ago. Yeah. I mean, I just looked at him as a man. And I didn't look at him from he's a rapper perspective. I really come out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't, go to the courts and get the truth like. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay-Z, give me your money or I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I work for everything. I work for everything. Next is I'm just trying to basically make sure no other kids or nobody else in the world has to go through this. Basically don't. And when someone like Matthew Knowles starts hinting at dropping receipts, that's not gossip. It's a full-blown declaration. He's not just Beyoncé's dad. He's the man who guided her career through global fame. So, if he's threatening to blow the lid off something, it's serious. He once said he hoped he'd raise his daughters with strong enough values to pick the right kind of man. Beyoncé even wrote that she wanted someone just like her dad. But now with Jay-Z's name swirling in a legal mess tied to Diddy, that contrast couldn't be louder. I just feel we're having a conversation. I have to say when I'm with you, Vlad, just 2 guys having a conversation. I have a tremendous amount of respect for you. I feel you have a tremendous amount of respect for you. And right when Jay-Z's team is scrambling to save face, an old name makes a comeback. Rymir Satterthwaite. The guy who's been fighting since his teenage years to prove that Jay-Z is his father. For years, this story lived in court documents and whispers, but now, thanks to new DNA test orders, it's threatening to explode. Rymir says Jay-Z's camp has done everything to avoid taking that test. From lying about real estate holdings to playing games with sealed files and court delays. Basically, he claims the truth was covered in red tape. But with pressure building and Matthew Knowles reportedly ready to expose the truth, Jay-Z might be running out of time and allies. With Rymir's mother, Wanda, no longer around to speak for herself, her affidavit is now getting a whole new kind of attention. In that sworn statement, she claimed she had a fling with Jay-Z when she was just 16. And now, people are starting to believe it could be the final crack in Jay-Z's polished image as a mogul, father, and husband. She's doing so much in running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man that my mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who would have been older than. If those DNA results confirm what Rymir's been screaming all these years, it won't just be a case of forgotten youth. It'll be proof that Jay-Z spent decades avoiding accountability. And that's where Matthew Knowles reportedly draws the line. Sources say he's livid that Beyoncé's been left to manage the mess, while Jay stays silent. She's the one dodging headlines and protecting their kids from schoolyard gossip. But this time it's different. Matthew said to be holding receipts, emails, texts, even communications between Jay's legal team and Wanda's reps, and allegedly, those messages point to intimidation tactics and intentional delays. Someone once asked Matthew what he thought when Beyoncé started dating Jay-Z, a man known for both his success and his gangster rap past. And it's that very tension that's now boiling over. Insiders claim that if Beyoncé won't act, Matthew just might. He's rumored to be sitting on even more damaging information. Private settlements, hush-hush conversations, and even talk of a blackmail fund. Yep. Apparently, Jay had a secret stash used to shut down scandals before they blew up. Initially, when Beyoncé started dating Jay-Z, who is very successful, but he's also, generally considered a gangster rapper. Well, I'll tell you this. I've been asked that before, and this is true with Kelly and Solange. I never got involved with their personal relationships. I can only say as a father that I hope and I instilled with them the values that they would want to look for in a man. And I think I did when Beyoncé wrote on her, I think it was her first album. Maybe it was a second one, the song Daddy that she former Rockefeller. Insiders even had a name for it, a panic vault. And while the public hasn't seen the receipts yet, the timing of certain NDAs, sudden case closures, and legal errors are definitely raising eyebrows. One New Jersey attorney even confessed to misrepresenting Jay-Z's property ownership just to dodge a DNA test. That move got the case thrown out. And, according to Rymir's guardian, Lily Cully, it wasn't just shady, it was full-on fraud. Had my little brother and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but this was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, that's not your father. And I really want you to know. It is this person is your father, and I just want you to know. She continued to tell me that over the years, even though I was grown, he never tried to contact me in any type of way. And that's all I'm asking is 'cause I honestly really want the case to be over with. I've been going through, just like I said, a lot. And as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. And now, with Jay-Z's name being tied to Diddy's legal mess, including a chilling claim involving a 13-year-old girl back in 2000 at an after-party, publications is wearing thin. The whispers are louder than ever, and people are starting to connect the dots. Beyoncé is losing hundreds of thousands, millions of followers every day, and she still hasn't said anything. Just pretending like life is great in Paris. Is it her place to say so? I mean, probably not, considering she going to be indicted for anything she would say. These are criminals. Diddy is a drug dealer and so is Jay-Z. The proof is there. Word is Matthew Knowles already has his own legal playbook ready to go. And if Beyoncé stays quiet, insiders say he's prepared to release documents, statements, maybe even a sworn affidavit. If that happens, it won't just shake Jay-Z's legacy, it might bring a whole empire crashing down. What was your mindset? 'Cause it's not the Jay-Z that we know of now. This time, this was big pimping Jay-Z. This was ain't no Jay-Z. This was player Jay-Z. It wasn't ain't no Jay-Z. That was 96. Long time ago. Yeah. I mean, I just looked at him as a man. I didn't look at him from he's a rapper perspective. I just looked at him as a man, a young man that my daughter is in love with. And if she's happy, I'm ecstatic. You didn't have that talk with him. Like, look, man. If she's happy, I'm ecstatic. And we keep it moving. Legal analysts are pointing out the difference here. Since it's a civil case, it's not about jail, it's about money. But the accusations are heavy. That 13-year-old girl, she's reportedly battling PTSD and depression. So, now the court process enters the fact-finding phase. And if the facts are as messy as they seem, things are only just getting started. Let's not forget this isn't Jay-Z's first brush with serious allegations. Back in 1999, he nearly landed in prison after stabbing someone in a Manhattan nightclub. Then there's the rumored drama with Damon Dash over Aaliyah. Yeah, that one. The messy love triangle that nobody wants to touch, but always seems to resurface when lawsuits start pulling skeletons out of closets. People have long whispered about the tension between Jay and Dame after Aaliyah allegedly drifted away from Jay-Z and got closer to Dash. The timing, the rivalry, and the awkward silence that followed. It all stuck to Jay like a scent that never quite fades. And now, with Rymir's paternity claims and Diddy's downfall playing out in public, fans are starting to wonder what's really been hidden in plain sight all these years. When he did the record with her with him with Jake, that's why I was that was almost like one of the things where I was just like, he's out of here. Jake, I just let it go 'cause I couldn't believe he did a project with her with R. Kelly knowing that he my girl. Here's where it gets even messy, eh? Because if that rumored blackmail fund actually exists, it's not just a betrayal of Beyoncé. It's a betrayal of everything Jay-Z built his empire on. That rags to riches story, the self-made mogul who climbed from the Marcy projects to billionaire status. It crumbles if it turns out he's used hush money and lawyers to hold it all together. And that's exactly why Matthew Knowles is said to be furious. One close family friend claims Matthew's done staying quiet. Not just for Beyoncé's sake, but to separate her legacy from Jay-Z's growing mess. According to them, he wants the truth out. All of it. Sure. Civil complaints are just accusations. For now. They still need to be proven. But if any of it's true, the consequences could cross into criminal territory, and that's when things really blow up. The other freedom I see in the album is just a freedom for couples who have gone through something. Yeah. You know, it's amazing. You know, it's almost a cliché, you know, the celebrity couple, you know, they get together. They break up, you know, like who else are they going to go out with? But for some reason, you took an unprecedented stand to fight for this marriage. I mean, to fight for it and to put it all out there. What is it about this marriage that's so special that you would fight this hard to save it? Well, it's my soulmate. This person I love, you know, and you can be in love with someone. You can love someone and you not, and if you haven't experienced love and you don't understand it and you don't have the tools to move forward, then you're going to have complications, period. And if you can either address it or you could pretend until it blows up at some point. And you know, for us, we chose to fight for our love, for our family, to give our kids a different outcome. You see, you know, to break that cycle. The real fear that more Ramirez could be out there. And if this fund does exist, what happens when it runs out or someone refuses to stay quiet? Matthew's not making direct threats, but insiders say he's drawing a hard line. Either Jay-Z walks away now or he risks being buried under everything that's been swept under the rug. And this isn't just about secret sons anymore. Word is Matthew's not the only one sitting on evidence. A former Rockefeller staffer hinted there's a whole archive of old emails and texts. Stuff that could link Jay to Rymir, to Diddy, and to dark parts of the music world that many fear were way worse than we ever imagined. Nobody seemed like a bad person and nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like what is it really? Why are you, what is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affected my life and I just want it over with. I work every day. I also have my own kids to take care of. So it's like it's been a journey for me and it's just like, yet still nothing from Beyonce. No statements, no social media moves, just that haunting silence. The kind that doesn't feel peaceful, but more like the stillness before a full-blown storm. Because if Matthew decides to go public, if that DNA test finally happens, and if claims are proven true, what else could rise with him? What other names? What payments, favors, sealed files? What other truths are just waiting for the fuse to be lit? I don't know. I would know how he feeling. Like I would hope I would. Hope he would think about it and this would be in his mind, but you know, I wouldn't actually know what another person is feeling at this time. You just can think that this person knows and thinking about it or stuff like that. I really want to know him. Which my mom did tell me. She went in there and fought a fraternity test. And it just basically I can say it was a whole lot of running around with that case. It was a whole lot of things that wasn't what can I say? Well, wasn't we didn't have enough information to push the case. That's what I basically can say. We didn't have enough information to keep the case going. So It was a big case to me 'cause, I really wanted to find out who my father was and for the case not to go how I was planning it. I really thought it was going to go different than. Now, sure, the alleged incident happened over 24 years ago. But here's what makes that case stand out. The victim says there were multiple people at the scene, including another celebrity. She also claims that right after it happened, she ran to a gas station visibly shaken. That specific detail, it's already got people side-eyeing this case differently. And while Jay-Z's legal crew is busy blocking fire left and right, it's Beyoncé's silence that's got the internet buzzing. No statements, no shady Instagram captions, just radio silence. And you know how in the celebrity world, saying nothing often screams louder than saying anything? So now everyone's asking, what is Queen Bee plotting? Is she buying time or carefully setting the stage for her next move? Word on the street is that her PR team is in full-blown crisis mode. Everything's being double-checked. Comments wiped. Her once fully packed calendar suddenly wide open. She even skipped 2 huge events recently. No red carpet, no live stream, not even a selfie from her glam team. Fans are definitely noticing. Then there's her cryptic Instagram behavior. A dove pic. A random carousel with no caption. A Destiny's Child throwback. Just her